frog folding surprise.
That's right. Today we did something really, really special. We went over to my school and we did an event where we taught 60 plus kids how to draw a folding surprise. A folding surprise frog and a folding surprise ice cream cone. We're going to do the folding, Landon and I are going to do the folding surprise frog today on the channel. It was super fun. We had a lot of good time.
Yeah.
We had a very good time. And we think it went pretty well. It was the first time we've ever done anything like it. We hope to do it more.
Mm-hmm.
So, are we ready?
Yes.
One, two, three. All right, so the first thing we're gonna need to do for these frogs is fold our paper. So you take the bottom edge, if you're holding it portrait style, take the bottom edge and you fold it up to the top edge. And we're using these back papers for two reasons. One, to help you see what we're doing a little bit better, and two, because we still need it because we're still using Sharpie. Okay, if your fold is not perfect, is that okay, Landon?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay for two reasons. One, it really doesn't matter if it's perfect, and for two, at Craft Kids TV, we don't go for perfection, we go for
fun.
That's right. So now that your paper's folded in half, you're going to turn it like this so that the opening is at the bottom. And you're going to fold it up so that bottom edge reaches the top edge. Again, trying your best, but not worrying about perfection. Now, we're going to take the paper and turn it over and do the same thing again. So it's bottom flap coming up to the top. Just do the best you can. Okay. There you go, buddy. That's how you do it right there. Good job. Now, ours are not perfect. They're slightly off, but it doesn't really matter like we talked about before. So, you're going to see that it makes like an M, and you are going to then take one of the flaps and pull it out straight, and then leave the others folded up. Am I in the screen? Yeah, I am, right? Okay, so it's gonna look like this. So my part that's folded, so tri-fold right now, is up here, and my single flap is open on the bottom. Okay, that's really the hardest part of this whole process, is figuring out exactly how to hold it. Then we're gonna grab the old Sharpie. The first thing we're gonna do, Landon, is we are going to draw two eyeballs. So we're gonna locate the middle, and then we're just put one eyeball on each side. Sometimes frogs have wider eyes, sometimes they don't, so it's totally up to you. It looks good both ways. So we're gonna have one eyeball here, and then over here we're gonna do another eyeball. I'm just gonna turn my page a little bit because it's just way easier for me to do. Do our eyeballs have to be perfect, Landon?
Nope.
No, at Craft Kids TV, we don't go for perfection, we go for
fun.
That's right. Good job. Next, we're gonna put the pupils in. So the pupils are gonna be on the lower half, so the frog is kind of looking down. Not like straight down, but it's kind of looking straight at you, really. Okay, there's your pupils. Good job. Next, we're gonna draw an oval, okay? The face of the frog is gonna be an oval. And it's gonna start with a piece that connects between the eyes. It's a little curved piece there. And then you're gonna imagine that going through the eye, and it's gonna come down to this line, and then it's gonna do the same on the other side. Come down to the line. And then the oval's gonna drop down a little bit, come across the page, and meet back up there.
Okay.
Nice job. Awesome. So next, we're gonna draw the front legs. The front legs are gonna go down like this, We come out of the side of the face and go straight down. And at the bottom, well, it kind of makes it a little, I made it a little curvy, but at the bottom, we're gonna do a couple of V shapes and then go right back up to his body. I'm gonna do that on each side, okay? Nice job. Next, we're gonna come out of the side of his face just below this fold line, and we're gonna make his hind leg. It's gonna loop up, come down. It's like almost like you're doing a heart shape, and then you're gonna draw the feet just like we drew the hands, except for maybe a little longer, and then that's gonna come straight back into the foot. Awesome, I really actually like that better than the... Good job, Landon. Now we're gonna repeat on the other side. So it's gonna, and we just do the best we can. It's not, they're not gonna be perfect. That goes in, and then goes out to a foot. Okay, close enough. They're looking pretty good, Landon. Good job, Landon. Awesome, these frogs are looking super cool, right? Mm-hmm. Yes. All right, we're gonna draw the belly now. The belly of the frog, which the belly of the frog is gonna come from leg to leg, and it's just gonna do, gotta turn mine to make it easier. It's just gonna swoop down like this. Just like that, from leg to leg. You're gonna leave a little bit of tiny room there. Good job. Now we could leave the belly just as it is, but I like to put a patch of skin on the bottom of this little amphibian, and I like to put it like this so we can do a lighter patch of skin right there. So it ends up just looking like a football shape, really skinny football shape. Awesome. I like the face shape on your frog a lot. I really like it a lot. I like mine too, but I like yours a lot. All right, next, we're almost done with the closed portion of this. We just have to do one thing, one small thing. We're gonna take from the middle of this pupil to the middle of this pupil, and we're gonna draw a straight line right under this fold line. Okay, and if it touches a little bit, it doesn't matter. Okay, good. I actually went from the outside of the pupil to the outside of the pupil. Good. And that allows us to see a face on the frog when it's folded. You ready to unfold?
Yeah.
So now we're gonna unfold, and there's nothing exciting there yet because we haven't done anything. But first move we're gonna make is we're gonna connect the outside of the face to the outside of the face. So it's like chin to chin. Okay, ready? So this is gonna come down straight. Just follow that line, straight down. And you do that on each side, okay?
Okay.
We're again going to up top here, just under this folded line, or even on it, it really doesn't matter. You're going to come across from, again, I used outside edge of the pupil to outside edge of the pupil with a straight line. So it's going to look like that. Good. Now we're going to go straight down from the outside of this line to the outside of this line, and then over on this side as well. One. And two. Nice job. That's completely fine. Okay, ready? We're gonna draw some flies right outside of the mouth of the frog. And then we're gonna be ready for color. Okay, so we're gonna put some flies I'm gonna put 3 flies just above this fold line. He's getting ready to stick his tongue out and get them. So the way we draw these flies is pretty specific. So we do 1 little dot, 2 little dots, 1 line off the front is gonna represent his antenna. You can only see one of them, okay? And then you're gonna do 1 loop and 2 loops, almost like
A bar?
oh, well, almost like a ribbon. Like it's gonna look like the strings of a ribbon.
Yeah.
But yeah, it could be a bee, it could be a housefly, it could be just some type of insect. Landon and I each drew 2 more flies to make a total of 3. You can do however many you want. So we are actually done with Sharpie for now, and we can move on to color.
Interesting fact, frogs are amphibians, and that means they can live on land and in water. Soon, tadpoles will be turning into frogs, so be on the lookout.
So Landon, we have to decide whether we want an accordion tongue or a rolled up tongue. I'll do the opposite of whatever you do. Just so we can show both.
I'll do...
Rolled is like this. Accordion is folded a bunch of times. Just pick one, it doesn't really matter.
accordion.
Okay. Yeah, so just start like that and then try to just make the fold the same each time, okay? And if you're doing the rolled up tongue, so it's as simple as it sounds. You just roll it up, and then we're gonna just take the very end, use some glue stick on it, just get it nice and thick right on the very end, and that's gonna go right in the middle. Right in the middle of the mouth, right where that fold line is, and you can see how cool that looks like that. Okay? It's a really good match, color-wise, too. There you go. Awesome. And so, that's cool. And so what you have, end result-wise, let's close them up. Because we used Posca paint, or Posca paint markers, you have to refold them again because the paint is really kind of, goes on there a little thick some places. So make sure everything's dry. Don't smudge anything, okay? And then what you have is you have a guy like this who has a closed mouth here, and then boom, voila, has an open mouth. So pretty sweet, huh? And the tongue in there can make this piece of fold a little shorter, so it seems like his mouth is partially open. It doesn't even really matter if it looks that way, because it's still cool. But you can just manipulate your fold. And ultimately, if you want to squish this so it's flat, you can. One, two, three. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Here are folding surprise frogs. Folded up, unfolded. I have a rolled up tongue, see? And Landon has an accordion style tongue, which is just folded a bunch of different times. So it gives that cool effect like that. So we had a really, really good time doing these. Like we mentioned before, we just came from an event at my school where we taught over 60 kids in kindergarten, first and second grade how to do these, and it was so much fun. We really had a blast. So hopefully you did this along with us, and hopefully you tell some people about it and have them do it too. So it was a lot of fun, and these little guys are starting to come. These little amphibians are starting to come out. They're starting to change from tadpoles to frogs just about now. So check it out.
Yeah.
Do a frog. Did you have fun, Landon?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Until we see you next time, keep drawing, stay awesome. Bye.